always watching you golf and just being around you. I've never actually seen you frazzled about anything. You know, I always see you as a very, very calm person.
Maybe I used all those frazzlednesses up at growing up. I was a little hothead at times, but
Really?
yeah. And I think as you get older, you just realize that you don't have the energy to get all upset.
Well, I've got I'm writing a book right now called True Ambition, and one of the chapters I got in there, I talk about internally in me.
Mm-hmm.
I get really pissed off at myself,
Mm-hmm.
And there's a quiet rage that lives inside of me,
Mm-hmm.
and I really only turn that back on myself.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have that same kind of thing? I mean, like, it doesn't have to be golf, but do you have that same kind of feeling where it's like you get really pissed off at yourself?
Oh yeah. I think maybe it's being of a competitor of anything, but little things can set me off too. Traffic, just, I'm in a hurry. It always seems like I'm in a hurry.
Yeah.
And I like going places, but I don't like the A to B to get there. I mean, I just, when I drive up to Reno, I want to be there now or whatever,
Right.
But I do get very upset on the golf course on just simple things. I mean, you hear coaches, at halftime or whatever, talk about how the team's just simple, basic mistakes, and the coaches are all fired up. I mean, that's the stuff you try to prevent. I mean, if there's something that happens in golf and it's kind of, not preventable, you hit a shot and it just takes a bad bounce or something like that. That's something not on me. I mean, once I strike the golf ball, I have no control where it goes till it stops. But if there's something that I know that I did that made me cause to have a penalty shot or something like that shouldn't have happened, then I get it. Then I get a little upset. And you don't really see it, but my caddy hears about it for 5 hours. He's my little yell person.
I'll be out with Carissa or somebody else, and mostly Carissa hears about it. And you've seen my game. I'm not a good golfer. I go out pretty much to hang out with you and other friends.
Mm-hmm.
My business is business, and I love playing music.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the things that I'm good at. And what I was writing in the book was, it's really interesting to me how I expect to hit a great golf shot every time I hit the ball,
Mm-hmm.
with the reaction that I have afterwards. Where it's like, no, you should expect to hit a shitty
Mm-hmm.
shot most of the time, like I do. And what I should do is be very surprised when I hit a decent shot and be happy with that. And that's one of the things that I'm kind of striving for moving forward,
Mm-hmm.
is to just be happy with what comes. Because unlike you, I hardly go hit any golf balls.
Yeah.
So it's one of those things where if you're working on it all the time, then yeah, you should expect to be a little bit better than everybody else. But like everything else in life, it's progress, not perfection.
Yes, it is. You just got to keep moving forward and going. And what's weird about golf is, how can it be so hard? The ball's not moving, and you're not being guarded. I mean, it's just right there. Everybody makes connection when you're playing baseball or you catch a football or whatever and shooting a basket. I mean, that's all reactionary. There's just nothing that the ball's doing, and you can't hit it, or you can't hit it in the direction you want to go. And I've played golf with you before, and I think, I don't know how like you just said, why should I be angry after? But you have hit those perfect shots, right? And when you have hit those, it does seem kind of effortless, and you're like, wow, that wasn't that hard. I'm going to do that again, but then it doesn't happen.
It's interesting that I find myself, I have the best rounds, and a good round for me is if I break 90,
Mm-hmm.
and then I'm happy with myself. And it's always when I have nothing else on my mind. If I go out there with work on my mind or relationship or whatever else kind of thing on my mind,
Mm-hmm.
I fall apart like that. But if I got nothing else in my mind, I can go out there and almost like you were talking about with that round where, you're almost bored out there.
Mm-hmm.
And those are the days where it's really enjoyable for me to be on a golf course, and that's why it's such a great game.
Yeah.
And those are the days that I really cherish, to go out there and go, wow, that's pretty cool.
When you're out there, there's I seem to lose focus on where I'm at. I mean, I'm looking at birds, and if we're down in the desert, I'm looking for bighorn sheep up in the mountains. If we're out on the coast, I'm always looking for whales or something else that takes you away from golf. And now with the COVID, and you're playing golf with your buddies, so how many drinks I have out there or whatever, kind of, or a shot that we make up games. But I just try to there's so much off time between actually hitting a golf shot and then your next one. So my mind's always racing, and I'm going other places, and not that. I think that's why it gets me. I can get through the day.